Good afternoon. Hi, everybody. I'm 20 minutes late from the 2 o'clock that I said. A couple things we want to talk about. First thing is the purge, which we have talked about, but thinking about moving forward from purge. So what to expect tonight, if you do your purge tonight or tomorrow, is that you'll have purgation. It'll be somewhere between 1 to 12 hours after you take the castor. One question I get a lot is that if you take the castor and you do not get a purge, is that normal? What do we do? It's totally normal if you're having regular bowel movements and you take the castor and you get no purge. It just means that you didn't take quite enough this time, and then you might make a note of that for next time. But it just means your gut is solid and it's strong and it doesn't respond that well to the castor, and that's fine. So if you get no purge response, that's fine. If you get a strong purge response, you might make note of that for next time to do a little bit less, okay? You can expect to have some purging, kind of feels like the flu, several bowel movements, and then after that, maybe going back to rest, going back to sleep, and then in the morning, just take it easy. You don't want to really have anything scheduled, but you can also do anything that feels comfortable. So moving into eating when you're ready, maybe eating around 11 or 12, and also starting to do activity, just whatever feels good. You can go to hike, that kind of thing. What we don't want to do is push our bodies into strong changes of diet right then. So you want to come back slowly. You want to eat cleanse appropriate type foods, and just really keep it easy on your digestion. So we just did all this work to, one, take toxins out of our body, bring it into the digestive tract, two, then purge those toxins out of the body, and we really cleaned up our internal organs a bit. So what you do not want to do is to go back into eating things that are trigger foods and aren't that great for your body. What you do want to do is support your long-term health. And so what these cleanses are about is taking that week's amount of time once every season and resetting so that, one, the gut's doing better, and two, we feel better. And then after that, it's bonus on being able to keep the healthy habits out away from your cleanse. So a lot of you guys are asking, can I stay on the cleanse for longer? The answer is absolutely. I won't be officially doing check-ins, but you can always check in with me. You can always ask questions to me, and you can stay on it for anywhere from 8 days to 365 days if you're really motivated. I would say doing ghee, if you're going to do ghee, probably stick with the same amount of ghee you've done for the last few days. And you could always increase that a little bit, but make sure the bowels are okay with that. As we move into tomorrow morning after the purge, yeah, just normal activity, eating lightly, and doing a little bit of journaling around what was useful to you, what was not so useful to you, what you've learned about yourself and the process and our relationship to foods and eating, and also our relationship to self-nourishment and self-care. So anytime we make a dietary shift, it's significant, and also you probably made several shifts. And then just know too that if this was the first cleanse for you, that as you move forward, you can do more and more austere. Each cleanse is different, so spring will be very different from this one, actually, so much so that you'll probably be like, wait, I thought we could do that. And in the spring, we do a bunch of different things for moving our body in a different way, much more green foods and much more things like that. But each season is very much different, so that's why I do it differently. Then in summer, same thing, or similar theory is that the fire element is high, so we want to do some heat clearing, and that's all about clearing heat and keeping cool, and very different from what we do in the winter cleanse, much lighter and much more some more raw foods and such, juices. So anyway, hopefully that's enough information to go forward. The purging is a little bit scary, honestly, but once you do it, by scary, I mean it's just an unknown, and we don't often associate in our culture having that clearing as a good thing. It's usually associated with having sickness. And just so you know, this is not about a sickness. This is about a clearing intentionally. So when we come at it from that direction, the relationship with it might change, and it might feel lighter and good. You'll probably lose some water weight too. So you want to make sure to hydrate this weekend. Okay. So that is some discussion about moving forward. Let's do a little bit more discussion on the doshas. So that you guys can take some pearls to go forward into this next season with regards to knowing your dosha. So if you're a kapha, the earth and water constitution, then this season, following recommendations for what we did in the cleanse, is going to be really good for you. And the important parts about kapha, that whole constitution, is going to be that you want to stay warm and actually motivated throughout the season. So kapha is earth, water, or earth and water combined, slow, heavy, dense, non-moving. And so we want to lighten that up. So anyway, I think I'll add on to this in a little while. I have to go just see a patient, but which is just here. But I'm going to do the second video in a moment. So in about 20 minutes. Okay. So we'll actually catch back into this in a moment. Okay. Thanks, guys. Hey.